Hello friends, today I will discuss the coreless induction furnace. Here I will cover some of the points like this: necessity, definition, principle, construction, operation, disadvantages, advantages. First let me cover the necessity of this induction furnace. So this is necessary for melting the metals, hardening the metals, brazing, soldering, drying paints, sterilization of medical instruments. So these are some of the important works which have to be done using this furnace. And coming to the definition, so it is nothing but the method of heating by induced currents in the metal to be heated is called the induction heating. Coming to the principle, so when primary coil is connected to high frequency AC supply, eddy currents are induced in the charge to be heated by electromagnetic induction. So coming to the construction, so this consists of high frequency AC supply, a capacitor across the supply to improve the power factor from 0.2 to higher values, and a frame to accommodate the water cooled hollow copper tubes which acts as the primary winding, ceramic crucible, and in the ceramic crucible there is metal to be heated. So when we see this diagram, you can find there is a junction. This is the ceramic crucible. These are the copper tubes or coils which carries the water to get cooled, and this is the frame which supports this water cooled copper coils or copper tubes. So further we can see here, this is nothing but a crucible, that is ceramic crucible, and this is the molten metal which will be kept in the crucible, and this is the tie rods, and this is a refractory top plate. So coil, grout, and these are the primary windings, that is nothing but copper tubes carrying the cool water for getting cooled, and this is the refractory bottom plate to support. So this is electrical insulation, coil electrical insulation. Next, crucible support pedestal, that is this. So this is the arrangement to tilt the furnace to get the molten metal out of it. This is the insulated top plate on the furnace. This is the crucible which carries the charge to be or the metal to be heated. So if you want to see, you can see here, this is the scrap metal to be heated, and this is the ceramic crucible. So this is in the cylindrical form. So that is what we find here. It is a cross section. So it will be like this, and this we keep in this portion. And coming to its operation, when high frequency AC supply, it means it is approximately 600 volts, 1 kilohertz supply, AC supply is given to the primary winding, a flux is produced by primary current flowing in the primary circuit, and that flux links with the. So once the supply is given to this primary coil, that is copper tubes carrying the cool water to get cooled, so the current that flows through this coil, that is primary coil or copper tubes, will produce a flux, and that flux links with the metal that is placed in the ceramic crucible, that is this. Then the flux linking with this metal will induce the eddy currents in it. So as a result, uniform stirring will occur, so they get melted. Once the metal is melted, that can be poured or that can be taken out by using the lever arrangement, that is trunnion. That means it is like this. This is the arrangement. This is the lever arrangement. So it means handles. So by tilting left side, so we can get the metal which is melted in this. And coming to the application, so this type of coreless induction furnace can be used for melting the ferrous metals and also non-ferrous metals. That is the major advantage. The other advantage with this is its cost is very less because the core is missing. And coming to its disadvantages, its efficiency is only 60%, and the magnetic coupling between the primary and secondary, that is secondary means it is charged to be melted, which is kept in the ceramic crucible, is very less. So it is mainly due to the lack of the iron core between the primary and the secondary windings. And coming to the other advantages, so the melting of the metal is very fast and also clean, and the metal heating is also uniform because of the eddy currents induced, and its temperature control is also easy. And due to the absence of core, the weight of the furnace also reduces drastically, and it is easy to pour the melted metal by mechanical arrangement. And there is another advantage, that is there is no need to warm up the furnace. So let me summarize once. So coreless induction furnace means, first of all, it will not have any iron core between the primary winding and the secondary winding. So here primary winding is nothing but water cooled copper tubes which are called as primary coil, and they will be connected to the single phase AC supply with high frequency, that is normally 600 volts, and the 1 kilohertz supply. Once that supply is given, automatically the current flows through this copper coils. Once the current flows through it, automatically a flux is produced by these currents. Once the flux is produced, that flux links with the metal to be heated, which is in the crucible, and that flux induces eddy currents in this metal to be heated. Once the eddy currents are induced, heat is produced. Because of that heat, the metal will be melted, and that melting will be done uniform because of the eddy currents induced in this metal. And once it is melted, so using the mechanical arrangement, we can pour in a separate cylinder from this furnace.